Sounds alright, eh?
Apart from that viscous fan, yeah.
Smells pure. Can almost taste it. Welcome back to the Skid Factory. This is a 1971 KGC-10 Nissan Skyline, also known as a Hakosuka in Japanese slam, or I think it's Hakosuka actually, but
You probably said that wrong.
if you're a white man, you're not going to have much chance of saying Japanese words correctly. I'll give you the drum. Hakosuka is basically, it means box, hako, and ska is like skyline or suckerain or something like that. It means it's a skyline that is shaped like a box. They used to love nicknaming their cars back in the day. You probably know them as the origin of the GTR nameplate on a Skyline. First of all, this isn't a GTR, it's a GTX. So don't crack it, because you know that we're going to pull this apart. The GTX is sort of the upmarket sport luxury model. Then you go up to the GTR model. This particular car has an L20A, so the old Datsun L Series 6. Non-cross flow, it's got twin carbies on it, which is a sort of a sporty version of it. The GTR has a completely different engine. It's called an S20. It's a 24 valve double overhead cam cross flow engine. That's kind of like the really expensive car of the era. These are worth a lot of money, but not crazy money like the GTRs are. This is owned by our friend Gavin. He's had it for 13 years. A couple of years ago, he contacted us and said, "Oh, look, I've got this car. It's pretty cool, but it's getting a bit tired, and I really want to do something sort of in the retro mod." Is it retro mod?
Resto mod?
Resto mod, yeah.
You say a couple of years? I swear this was like 5 years ago.
No, it wasn't. It was. Let's just say a couple, and maybe give
a few.
Give it take a year. So here we are. It's taken a long time for this to come to fruition. We went through a sort of reasonably long process to get the engine both selected and then sorted. It's a pretty special engine, and we're very excited about this car. The scope of this car is to modernise the drivetrain, the brakes, the suspension, because it really needs it. They're a beautiful thing to look at, but to drive, it's pretty much got no brakes at all. The engine's, it's okay. It's nice and smooth. It's only a 2.6 litre.
Actually, how much power did it make? It was like...
I think it made about 80 horsepower, which I thought was pretty good. 86.
I'm sure I've got a shot of it
on the
somewhere.
chassis dyno, yeah. So they were rated at 120 PS, which is like metric horsepower from factory. So it's probably not too bad, not too far off the mark. It is very smelly, and it doesn't like to start very much when it's cold. The gearbox is clunky. The brakes don't work. Seems to handle okay, considering it's probably got 15-year-old tyres on it. But we're going to address all this stuff and improve it. Whether you like it or not is irrelevant. If you've got a Hakosuka and you don't want to do this to it, then don't. If you don't have one, then you've got no say in it. But Gav wants to do it, and he owns the car, and he doesn't really care what you think. So if you're a purist, you're probably not going to like this, but we're going to do it anyway. This is the original engine that was fitted in the factory, I guess. It's a 2-litre L Series 6. We never had 2-litre engines in Australia, as far as I'm aware. It was more of a Japanese market thing, just keeping the capacity down for tax reasons or registration reasons. You can see it's got twin carburetors on it. Not all of them had that. That's a model specific, like GTX, more of a sporty version of it. It's pretty similar to the 240Z or Fairlady setup, as is the transmission. It's a 5-speed. These engines are really well supported as far as the aftermarket goes. People have been playing with them since probably about when this car was built. Fitted to obviously the Zs and most of the other larger Datsun Nissan cars. So that people do build big motors like 3.2 litres, fairly expensive, and the output, to me, the output's not that great. They make maybe 300 horsepower if you're lucky. Our mate Timmy at 16 Industries plays around with these heavily. We did do a video where we did a 4-cylinder version and converted it from carburetors to EFI. He makes a crank angle sensor and inlet manifold for them to make them EFI on bike carbies, or bike throttle bodies. All that's possible, and a lot of people do that, but in this case, Gavin didn't want that. He wanted a more modern engine. So if you want to buy this engine, or we don't even know if Gavin wants to sell it, but don't ask us, because we don't. If you've been around the car scene in Datsun car scene in Australia, you probably already know Gav, so ask him personally if you're interested in it. We're obviously going to replace the driveline and brakes, suspension and everything to match the power output of the new engine. The brakes, as I said, they're horrendous as it is. It's got a tiny little booster on it that has no place on a car this size. So all that's going to get replaced. Everything in the car is very similar to other Datsuns of the era, so there's plenty of stuff available for them, sort of in the aftermarket department, and you can also just make your own out of parts bin. So that'll all get replaced. The transmission is going to be replaced with one that's appropriate for the engine power as well. The diff, I think we're going to use a Datsun, later model Datsun larger diff out of a 280ZX Turbo or something like that. And the wheels and tyres have got to go. They're both old and also too small to fit reasonable brakes under. We have been planning for this for a long time, so we're really keen to get stuck into it. Next episode, we're going to head back in time and overseas to check out the engine that's going to be fitted to this iconic Japanese coupe. Can you guess what it is? If you can, or you think you can, put a comment below. If we like your comment, we might sling you a free t-shirt from the merch store. Might be this one. Could be anything though. It's a pretty big engine bay. You'd fit 4, 6, 8, 12 cylinders into this thing. So we've got a lot of options. We've already chosen, but you can guess. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Biddly, 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 biddly. Haven't you seen Wayne's World? Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god, it's going to be a Cummins swapped KCG10. Barra swapped KCG10.
What's wrong with the Barra?
RD28.
LD.
What's an LD?
An L series diesel.
Oh, really? Are they good?
No, of course not.
26B?
Not everyone's going to like a rotary and a Nissan, are they? I'm okay with it.